exciting. I have a scene partner, finally.
So you listen to that. I'm going to leave that in because this is Dave Droxler.
Hello.
And I just saw something absolutely breathtaking.
I didn't pay him yet.
You're doing
nice
a one-man show, and you are being a person who's also being Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yes. Hello. Okay, good to see you. How are you? Oh, I love this thing. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. No comment. Okay. Oh, taking pictures over there. Look at that thing. Wow, this is like something like it's very phallic, but we won't go there. Okay. My goodness. Where is this from? You tell me about yourself. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez, oh, God. There you go. I'll let you take that. There you go. Sorry. I won't. This will need to be edited, won't it?
So you just saw what I saw, and even more. First of all, besides doing things that Robin might have done, you were ad-libbing and doing with the audience. Making fun with me and his head. That was funny, Chia.
Oh yes, Chia.
So you got the same sense of humor.
Yes, same sense of humor.
Does that kind of come with playing the role, or did you have it before? Or it's part of the whole process.
It's a little bit part of the process because it's so funny. I've had so many people over the years be like, "So where do you take improv?" Because and I'm always like, I've never taken an improv class. I just watched a lot of Robin and just based a lot of how to present that way. And as I even mentioned in the show, that there's points I start to do an impression of him, and it kind of helps loosen me up for when I would go to auditions and stuff. And then when I was like nervous around people, like, "Oh yeah, how you doing? Good to see you." Okay, and I'm like, "Oh, they probably think I'm crazy because I'm doing Robin's voice, But I've learned how to calm down. Once I've had kids, it's calmed me down quite a bit. But
you also kind of worked with Robin, or you met him, or you did something with him.
No, I never got to work with him or meet him, but I got to meet his name is Adam Bryant, and he is or was Robin Williams stand-in for like 25 some years, and from Cadillac Man all the way until he passed, and we befriended one another, and he gave me so many wonderful stories, and he got to see all the different iterations as I was developing it, and had such lovely things to say. And so we're going to have a night where he does a talk back with us, so he can tell us some anecdotes about his time working with Robin and like just their friendship, and it's just amazing because the thing that you learn a lot with Robin, we now definitely have learned a lot, is just how his charity work and his philanthropy, towards people, and that he was always just like under the radar about it. He would always help people out no matter what, like literally give the shirt off of his back to people. And so to hear these stories from someone who actually knew him and know that it's not just like folklore or something, this makes you just be like, that's awesome.
I actually got to meet Robin Williams.
Did you really?
I worked with Whoopi Goldberg on Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2. We
awesome.
filmed those in my studios. And Whoopi, when we'd have to do a rewrite for Sister Act, and sometimes even the music, there'd be long periods of time where you've got 400 extras sitting there doing nothing.
Oh my gosh.
And Whoopi would get up and she would just do a stand-up for everybody.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, you just loved it. And it was a great way to kill the time.
Yeah.
And Robin would show up every once in a while.
Of course.
So I got to meet him, got to see him, and that energy, and your movements are Robin.
Oh,
This guy is so Robin, but that's not a small thing to put into your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. Playing Robin Williams is putting a lot into your own head to follow that all the time, and the energy level.
The energy level, the sweating, and I mean, he was always known for sweating a lot, and so luckily I do already sweat a lot, so I didn't have to practice that. It just naturally happens. But yeah, there's so much with like figuring out, like, even just how he holds his hands, like he kind of has his hands like this a lot, and even like when he's like does like the smaller things, he has this thing with his mouth, and so it was interesting to really like pinpoint to get all the specifics of it for all the different levels of like the big crazy to like the small like Good Will Hunting type scenes that happen in there. So
a lot of research, not just an instinctive. Oh, take a look at this, but then a lot of research into some of the smaller things that he did.
Yeah, try to find how I can layer it up a little bit more so that it's not just like a caricature. So I mean, he was already broad and big, but then when you can get those specificities in, then it like adds a whole little level of like, oh yeah, that's right, he does do that. The way he holds his hands always in this, or he even does like this a lot. His fingers are always kind of separate. So yeah. Yeah.
So is Robin one of the only people that you tried to interpret and express, or is he the big one?
He's the main one, but I actually threw out. There's a point where Jim Carrey shows up, Eddie Izzard shows up, Jack Nicholson.
So you're Eddie Izzard.
Yeah,
you're all of them.
Yeah, there's a point where
we can't wait for this.
So yeah, so they all pop up and they have their like supporting character roles. So so yeah, so there's it's fun bouncing back and forth, trying to go from Eddie Izzard to Jack, and then I'll get back to Robin. So it's like, and of course Jim. That one is like doing Jim Carrey. You're like,
that is such a unique talent to be able to do that. Any chance you saw Robert Crichton in Cagney when he did Cagney on Broadway?
No, I did not. Was that a similar thing?
It was great, but you never dropped your character once. Crichton kind of be in and out. He was great at Cagney, and you believed you were watching Cagney, but he would kind of drop in and out. Your energy just didn't stop. So I can't wait to see this play. Everybody else, you should see this too.
It's my own workout every day.
So how do you get out of that when you leave here? Do you get out of it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's like a little bit of a buzz. It takes a while to get down. But like it ends on such like a calm, sweet, positive note that I'm hoping that gives me that moment to breathe out, because that's also the tricky thing in the beginning. Like when Robin first appears, it's just like boom, big energy, but then I have to we're working constantly on finding levels so that it's not just like Robin energy the whole time, because that's just like okay
a bit much. But yeah. and so the performance is really for a month, April 15th to
May 14th. Yeah, so it's like 6 performances a week. So I'll
6 performances. You're going to do that 6 performances. He's going to do that six times. 6 performances a week. And
I'm fine.
Be Robin Williams for one day. Be Robin Williams for 2 days. But be for 6 days a week for a month. That's a lot of energy.
Crisis, So.
Do you do anything special for your diet to give you extra energy?
Well, yes, lots of sugar. No.
Jim Carrey. I worked with Jim on Cable Guy.
Oh, did you?
And he would drink Red Bull. And he'd be able to do that. He would do that. A lot of people didn't know that. Jim, I'm sorry, I've been giving away your secret, but he did drink a lot of Red Bull, so he could talk like 90 miles an hour.
Wow, I guess I know what I'm doing then.
He could say, "Phony, thistle, unsifted thistles."
Right? Well, especially with those big teeth of his too. I love Jim Carrey. I love him.
So look, these are all people that you love. You're now doing your main guy, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And you're all going to see this. I'm going to ask you some other personal questions off camera.
Okay,
but
sounds
for
good.
now, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
April 15th, you have to come and see him. And you're wonderful. That was very
impressive. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Hey. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is Coming Home with Me. I love it.